Well, it seems that I am with Dr. Ayana Fluellen. I love your last name. I'm really excited to talk about the fact that you're taking students to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Mhm.
Whenever I talk to faculty about these things, I always want to go with, because every single one of these programs just sounds amazing. But I'm going to ask you a little bit about this and we can have a chat about it, because I'm really curious what you'll be doing. How many
Yeah.
students do you anticipate taking with you to the Virgin Islands
Well,
for this?
we can take 12 students
Mhm.
to come down with us. And really, I know that's just the minimum, but
Uh-huh.
I'm really looking to just take 12.
Gotcha. So I'm curious what this course is going to be, what prerequisites. I'm assuming there's no language requirement since it's the U.S. Virgin Islands, but if you could just give some overview of that, that would be great.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm looking forward to sharing. So we'll be going down to St. Croix in the US Virgin Islands, and we'll be doing an archaeology field school. So the students that participate in the study abroad program will actually be excavating at an 18th century Danish sugar plantation site called the Estate Little Princess. And we're going to be focusing our excavations this season on the enslaved village area, which is where the enslaved Afro-Peruvians would have lived and labored as they worked at this plantation
Wow.
during the 18th and 19th centuries. There is no prerequisite to apply. I'm really looking forward to having a number of students who have an interest in heritage, cultural heritage, materiality, anthropology. Um, and the dates that we'll be joining, that we'll be going down, will be from June 22nd through July 8th.
So this is during summer one. And that's
Yes,
important for students to know, because a lot of these programs are happening summer two, but this one is summer one.
yes, yeah.
And so is there any classroom prep before you go?
Yeah, so I definitely do a number of different sessions prior with the students before we head down to really allow them to have an introduction to archaeology. So when you get down there, you know exactly what excavation methodologies we'll be using, what we're actually looking for when we're sifting through the dirt that we'll be excavating, and then also the historic artifacts, so we'll be able to actually identify them as well. So all of that will be discussed prior to going down.
What other kind of cultural aspects of this are the students going to be able to explore?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why the project ends on July 8th is because I wanted to have the students partake in the opportunity to participate in the Mango Melee Festival that happens on St. Croix. And the Mango Melee Festival is literally what it sounds like. It's a festival completely about mangoes, and it talks about just the history of mangoes on the island.
You're
And
talking about the fruit.
yes, yeah, yeah. So I like it's
I love it. I
favorite.
love it. This is fun.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite events that happens each summer, and there are a number of different mango activities that happen. There's a mango eating contest. There's also all the different foods that are centered around mangoes. If it's like mango juice and punch and salsas and hot sauces, pies. There's
Yes.
just all these different cultural activities. So that's one particular activity. And then every week, because archaeology, it's rather labor intensive, but we only work 4 times a week at the site. And on Wednesday, so midweek, we actually always do an excursion that's rooted in a cultural aspect of the island. So one activity students will participate in is the Mango Melee Festival. We'll also be going to a number of historic heritage sites on island. And you'll have an opportunity to have a number of historic heritage tours of the island as well, to really get a more holistic understanding of all that's transpired over the last 200 years on the island of St. Croix.
What got you interested in, I'm just curious, what got you interested in the Virgin Islands in particular?
Yeah, so this project is actually, the seeds of this project were planted through a collaboration with the Smithsonian Slave Wrecks Project and the Society of Black Archaeologists, which I'm a co-founder
Right, I
of.
saw that. I read up on you.
Yeah, so SWP, the Slave Wrecks Project, was interested in starting a maritime and terrestrial field school project on the island of St. Croix. And I, along with a number of other colleagues, really laid the foundation for a sustainable terrestrial project. So when we initially went down to the site in 2016, we had tours of a number of different plantation sites that were a possible fit for a project, but there was something about the estate Little Princess that just opened itself up to us. Part of it was like the community that is sort of grounded in that plantation site. And part of it is also just the enthusiasm that the community has to know more about that history.
Because some students are very concerned about how something that they spend money on and do for a course, and this would involve travel, how that actually will affect any future career benefits that they might have. So could you address that aspect of it?
Yeah, one of my favorite experiences as an undergraduate at the University of Florida, which is where I went to graduate school, where I went to undergrad, I actually got to do a study abroad in Tanzania to do a field, an archaeology field school as well. And it just opened my mind to the possibilities of this kind of scholarship, this research, but also a number of different topics and interests that I had, be it the ways in which like Tanzanian women were like braiding their hairs, or the sort of public heritage sites that were like sprung up and funded by local community members. So I feel like these opportunities afford students the possibility of being able to explore a number of different topics if they choose to go to graduate school, and also provides a worldview that'll help shape whatever discipline and field that you go into after.
If students want to email you and get extreme specific details so that they
Yes,
can make
please.
decisions or ask questions that I'm not thinking of and that you're not thinking of, what would be the email they can reach you at?
They can reach me at ayanaf@ucr.edu.
Wonderful. Well, this sounds really exciting. Um, as I talk with faculty about these wonderful programs, I want to just go to all of them, of course, because they all sound so enticing. This one's particularly interesting because just already I've learned so much, and I'm certain with your background and your knowledge base and your scholarship and research and how you're doing this, it's just going to be amazing. So good luck, and I hope that many students go with you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing about this when you're all done.
Thank you. I look forward to it. Look forward to sharing.
Pleasure talking with you.
Have a good one.